Okay, we're gonna see if that position works. Today we're gonna bake some brownies with this kid and hopefully we get through it smoothly. Almost stuck the rubber duck. We have chewy fudge brownie mix. My husband picked it out. Yeah. Brand new. We don't really use vegetable oil. We had a big thing of it and then I started getting olive oil. So. Okay. So now, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I usually don't follow directions. I usually just do it. 325. Because I have a dark pan. And that's what happens when you don't read the directions. So we're gonna open it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's these bugs. I don't know what they are. They're huge. One's just crawling up the window. They're like all over the place in New Jersey. I thought they were stink bugs, but I guess they're not. Oil, brownie mix, eggs, there's some ASMR in there. Okay. That was like the cringiest sound ever. Try not to get shell. Okay, so I thought about talking about my birth story, like how my son was born and baking together. So I have a kidney disease called polycystic kidney. So when you're pregnant, your kidneys are working double time, which can cause high blood pressure. So basically I was a high risk pregnancy from the get-go. I was huge, like from the beginning. I looked like I probably had like a 10-pound baby in my stomach. And turns out he was 5 pounds and 13 ounces. Yeah. And what? 19 inches, huh? I had him at 36 weeks. And I didn't go into labor, but my blood pressure was high. It was at like 160 something over like 100. I go to the hospital on the 7th of January. And they monitor me for a while and triage, sat there for a while, and they asked me, you know, how I was feeling, and I said, you know, sometimes I see like black dots, flashing lights, and that is hypertension from blood pressure. And they said, okay, so because of your symptoms, we are going to induce you. I took my COVID test, passed it, and then they admitted me into labor and delivery, and they started me on magnesium to lessen my chance of seizure, stroke, all that stuff that you get with preeclampsia, because they determined that I had preeclampsia, like early stages of preeclampsia. Well, they started me on that, and that was horrible. That was probably the worst thing out of the whole experience. I could barely hold my eyes open. I could barely stand on my own because it just made me so loopy. And my eyes were so heavy. I was super, like, just out of it, super lethargic. IV in my arm, which was horrible. I hate getting IVs. I also had to get 2 steroid shots. First one was before I got in the labor and delivery room. Second one was 24 hours later. Those hurt bad. But I knew it was for the best. I knew it was to help my little munchkin. So then the 8th rolls around. I wasn't dilating, like, at all. My cervix was still tilted up when I got there. So they started me on a, what's it called? Like a vaginal pill to, like, help soften my cervix and hopefully help me dilate. Day 2 rolls around. I wasn't dilated still, so they did an oral thing. I took a pill. Then I started having some contractions. They were pretty, I mean, they weren't bad. Like, they were uncomfortable, but I could sleep through them. Like, I could talk through them. I could probably, like, get up and, like, if I wasn't on the magnesium, probably get up and, like, break dance or something. Well, 4 hours later, I was maybe, like I was a little bit more open than what I was when I came in. But, like, she said, my doctor said she still can get her pinky finger in through my cervix. So she said, we'll try again with the vaginal, like, pill thing. So she did that. The next day rolls around. Let's see, it's the 9th now. January 9th. Oh, by the way, my husband's birthday is January 8th, so we were in the hospital on his birthday. And I was trying so hard to have that baby on his birthday. Did not happen. The 9th rolls around, and they did one more pill orally because I still wasn't dilated after the... So she came in on the 10th. It was like in late evening. Like, not late, but it was in the evening. And she said that I was barely a centimeter. She said if she tried, I was a centimeter dilated. So she said she's gonna give me the option to have a C-section or keep trying. But by this time it was day 3. And I was still on magnesium. I had a horrible reaction to the magnesium. I felt like I had a sunburn over my whole body. My arm was red. My legs were red. I was burning up. And I was so over it. And I was like, please just, I want to have a C-section. I didn't want to, but I was ready to get out of there. She said, okay. And I called my mommy and I said, hey, we're going to do a C-section. So they prepped me for that. They said that I could get anxiety medicine at any point. But I was like, can I get that right now? Like, as soon as I went in. And they gave me the spinal block. And when they did that, I got like a sharp, like, it felt like lightning all through the right side of my body. And they said, I was like, oh, I like winced. Is that the word? Whatever. Well, she said, what is it? What is it? I was like, oh, it felt like lightning, like, shocked me. She said, okay, that means she just hit a nerve. You'll be okay. Then after they did that, they have to hurry and get me onto the table. And they gave me the anxiety medicine through my IV. And I lay down. They did, like, they gave me my oxygen, got me all prepared. Then my husband finally got to come in. I was so ready to see him. Like, I was by myself. Nobody was there except for me and my husband, and soon our baby. And so my husband comes in, and he's like, he told me I need to do my eyebrows. He's like, when you get out of here, you gotta do your eyebrows. I was like, oh. okay. He was trying to keep my mind off everything. And C-section wasn't that bad. Like, it felt uncomfortable at times. I was like, geez, that doesn't feel good. Like, it's not something I'll be like, oh yeah, I loved having a C-section. But it wasn't something like I couldn't do it again if I had a baby, you know. So, my baby was born at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. And I seen him. He was so tiny. I was like, are you serious, man? You needed that much space in my belly? Because I was almost 200 pounds. Then I go into recovery room and I start nursing him, which was like so weird. Like, I'd never done this before, and they're like, okay, let's feed your baby. Like, here you go. So, let me tell you, contractions from nursing, they ain't no joke. Obviously, they're bearable, but if I could wish them to not be there, I would definitely wish them to not be there. Nursing went really smooth for us, other than the cramps. And when you have a C-section, well, for me, it was really hard to sit up. Like, my whole stomach felt like it was ripped open. Because it was. Well, also using the bathroom was really hard. Like, it was just so hard to wipe because I couldn't, like, turn my torso. Because my, like, it uses, like, your whole abdomen muscles. So, yeah. And then, not to mention, while I'm recovering from a C-section, we're figuring out how to take care of a new person. Because after you have the baby, the nurses really just leave you alone. Like, after the first 24 hours, they monitored him because he was a preemie. And he was 4 weeks early. So they monitored his blood sugar for 24 hours before he ate every time. So I had to ring a nurse every time before I nursed him. Hey Siri, set a 30-minute timer. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, my husband got like a stomach bug or food poisoning or something. So we're trying to keep this person alive. My husband looks like he's dying, and I thought I was dying. And I got really bad baby blues. Like, I cried about everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I love my son. I will do anything for him. But I did not have an immediate connection to him. Now, like, I love him so much. But I was like, I seen him, and I thought he was, like, so adorable. Like, I loved him, but I was like, what do I do? You know? So, like, I was just feeling so many things, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I think part of it was because my mom wasn't there. She wasn't like, oh, okay, so this is how you do this. And the nurses are just like, how's breastfeeding going for you? How are you feeling? And not to mention, they come and press on your uterus, like, every so often, just to make sure it's shrinking correctly. And I have this thing where I hate my belly button being touched, and they would press right on my belly button because they can't press on my scar. And so that was horrible. I'm not doing this to scare anybody. I'm just saying my experience. I love my son. I love your daddy, real baby. But man, that hospital experience, like, the nurses were awesome. The hospital was nice. The birth experience of having a human and not knowing what to do, and like not knowing how to feel and the emotions, was a lot. And I'm not gonna lie about that. I will tell anybody that it was dummy hard. My blood pressure started spiking up again. And so they're like, we're gonna monitor you for a whole nother day. And I was like, no, I want to go home. Not to mention our dog has been home by herself for almost 6 days. She ended up being on for 6 days. And we had like people come in and like feed her and stuff. But her owners, you know, because we weren't here with her. Well, 6th day we get to leave. We went home around like 2. So our house stunk like pee so bad. Yeah, because I had this newborn. I was like, feed me, hold me. And I was like, I can barely hold myself up. How am I supposed to hold you? Well, I did it. I made it. Even though I probably crawled most of the way, we made it. So he had his days and nights completely backwards. Completely, like not just a little bit. Newborns are supposed to sleep ever so often. He did not want to do that. Yeah. He's like, let's be up from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. and then take a 30-minute nap and then wake back up at 6 a.m. And I watched the sunrise several days in a row. But that's part of it. That's part of being a mom. Yay! He started clapping. It's so cute. Yeah, that's my birth story. Yeah, I'm probably going to come back on when the brownies are done. Bye. Okay, so our brownies are done. They took like 50 minutes. I don't know why in this incredibly small pan. But they're done. And they're brownies. So it doesn't matter what size pan they're in. It still tastes the same. So yep. Birth story and brownies. Thank you guys for watching. Probably gonna go on a walk now. Maybe not. Maybe. So. Maybe eat a brownie. Who knows? Leave a like, comment, and if you want to subscribe, please do that, because that would be nice.